Hey everybody, welcome back to Simply Simple Cooking. I hope you've enjoyed the first two videos in this kind of a meal series that we have going on, a little mini series. So we've got your pasta, we've got your bread and your dip there, and so now we're going to work on a vegetable. How about that? Now I know that it might seem kind of silly to some of you, and I hope you don't just tune out because there's some really good stuff coming up. But this is how to simply prepare broccoli. It's so easy, and broccoli should be good. Now when I was a kid, I couldn't stand broccoli. When I was an adult, I couldn't stand broccoli. And as I've gotten older and I've gotten in the kitchen myself and I've done some workarounds, I figured out, hey, broccoli can actually be really, really good. I have friends whose kids didn't like broccoli until they had broccoli prepared this way, and now they like it. And so hopefully you'll like it too. He's not cooperating right now. He's just content to be laying in my lap. Tell everybody hello. Sorry, maybe next time. But hey, I hope you have a great day and enjoy some very, very good steamed broccoli. We'll see you in just a minute. Welcome to another episode of Simply Simple Cooking. Now today you might really be thinking this is kind of boring, but let me tell you something. I had no idea until my friend convinced me you need to show people how to cook broccoli. I had no idea. My mother 2 weeks ago asked me, how do you cook broccoli? Because we were at a restaurant and I'm eating this steamed broccoli and I didn't put mayonnaise on it. Well, when I was a kid, that was the only way I would eat it, is if it was slathered in mayonnaise. I know, sounds kind of gross. It kind of grosses me out right now. But somehow I figured out how to cook broccoli. And now I'm going to teach you how to cook it because it is so simple. All right? So I've already got the broccoli cut up and ready to go. But before I do that, I want to introduce you to a couple of things. Number one, the broccoli stalk. Have you ever seen one of those before? Of course. You cut it, you toss it, right? Wait, not yet. Because this is a steaming basket, which is great, a great little thing to use. It adjusts to whatever pot you want. And if you can't find one of these at your local, that W store that has everything, well, check out your thrift stores. 50 cents, okay? Now just sterilize it really good because you never know what other people have been doing. In your pot that you're going to use, this is going to go down in there, spread out, and it's going to catch all the broccoli as you put it down in there. Before we do that, you have these little legs on the bottom. You want to keep the broccoli off the bottom of the pan. You don't want to fry your broccoli. You want to steam it. So you want to put water in there that's not going to go above this because you also don't want your broccoli sitting in water. So we're going to add water into the pot, and in doing this, we're just going to get enough to where there's just a little bit of water at the bottom, and yet it's not up enough that your broccoli is going to be in the water. Okay? Notice I haven't turned the heat on yet. No, no, no. We don't want that to be hot as we're doing that. So the next thing you would do is you would add your broccoli in there, spread it out, kind of get it even. Very important right here. Pinch of salt, just go around. One time, maybe a time and a half. That's it. You don't need to add anything else. Now, if you want to get really creative, you can take a little oregano and some dried oregano, just a little bit in there. Some people like that. Some people don't. So try it, see if you like it. Me, I just prefer it like this. Now, back to the preparation here. We have this. As you're cutting the broccoli, you're inevitably going to be left with this big chunk. If you throw that in there, guess what? That piece is not going to be cooked like the rest of it. So what you want to do is just take your knife, come down the middle of it like that, peel it apart. Now you've got two pieces. That one, good. This one, well, we can cut this one again. Just like that. Done. Okay, you're ready to go. Now, if you don't have a basket that we've already put in there like that, this is what you can do. Now, sorry, let me do this. We're going to go ahead, we're going to turn the heat on. You're going to turn it up on high, put the lid on it, and we're going to let it go. It's only going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. If you are letting it go for longer than that, you're overcooking your broccoli, and that's why people are going, not good broccoli. So we're going to keep an eye on that, but while that's happening, if you don't have a basket, take this stalk of broccoli, okay? and just come down like this. All right, do that. Cut them in half, maybe something like that. And with the amount of broccoli that I put in there, you could there's another 3, 4, maybe even 5 stalks just like this. Take this, drop it in the pan, spread it out around the bottom. Put your water so it's not coming up above this, and this will act as your basket. If you happen to be somewhere, I've had to do it in a pinch, and it works just fine. That way your broccoli's not sitting in the water, and it actually steams just like the basket does, and you don't have to worry about, oh, do I have one? Do I have one? There it is. Another thing, my wife really likes it. If I cut this a little bit thinner than I just did, she's a broccoli fan, okay? So if I cut it a little bit thinner, about like that, and I actually throw it and toss it in fact, let's go ahead and do that. We'll get this a little bit thinner here. Oh, wouldn't it be great if I just sliced my finger open? We'd have a real Penn and Teller moment here. All right, except it'd be for real instead of fake. All right, so we're gonna throw those in just so that you can see what's going on in the pan. I've got it on high. You can now see the steam is starting to manifest in the top of the lid. If you don't have a see-through lid, it's okay, but you really have to keep an eye on that broccoli, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna change color. It's gonna brighten up, like really bright. It's gonna be beautiful. Stop. When it gets to that color, stop, because if you keep going, you're gonna end up overcooking your broccoli. Now, since it doesn't take very long, if you're incorporating this into a meal, you wanna start this last. So let's say that you're gonna do, oh, I don't know, fettuccine Alfredo. All right? What you'll wanna do is go ahead and get that Alfredo sauce going. The pasta is gonna take the longest of all the things. So get your pasta cooked and ready. As it's a little over halfway done, have the pot on the stove, ready to go. And then as you're saying, okay, check, did this, check. If you're gonna make a salad, you do that, check, everything's done. All right, turn the broccoli on, and you can get everything else ready. And as soon as the broccoli is boiling and it's gonna turn a different color green, you're gonna turn off the gas, turn off the electric, and it's ready to go. Beautiful. So now we're just gonna play the waiting game. Because like I said, it doesn't take very long. The bigger the pot, of course, the longer it's gonna take to get all that water boiling. But once it starts, it's gonna go quick. We cooked broccoli, a pot of broccoli that was another half again as tall as this pot, wider in diameter, basket in the bottom. The whole thing was full of broccoli, the whole container. We were cooking for a group of teenagers of all people, and there were about 80 people altogether that were going to be eating, and so we needed a lot of broccoli. Now that broccoli took a little bit longer to cook, but not, it was 20 times as much broccoli. It didn't take 20 times as long to cook. It only took about 8 minutes instead of what this is going to do in about 3. So it does take a little bit longer, but not what you would think as far as time versus the amount of broccoli that's there. So we're starting to get now the bubbles, the steam that's coming off, and it's actually starting to run down the lid and back down and reincorporate. That means you've got a good steam going on in your pot. So I don't want to disturb it, but I want you to see it. I want you to see how it's changing color. You see how it's a different color than it was when we first put it in there. Now I just extended the time because I let all the heat out, but that's okay because I wanted you to see it. So we're going to wait about another minute to a minute and a half, and we'll check it again, and you're not going to believe how easy and good this broccoli is. Go ahead, get your tongs ready, and your dish, because when this stuff comes out, you're going to be amazed. One thing that I do, my wife, since she's the broccoli person, when I think it's about done, maybe even a little bit before it's actually done, I'm going to say, hey sweetie, come on over and check the broccoli, because how she likes it is most important. Did you get that, guys? How she likes it is most important. So keep that in mind. So I'll call her over, I'll say, honey, come and taste the broccoli. So she'll come over and she'll find a small piece like this one, and she'll let it cool a little bit. You can see that steam coming off there. It's hot. It's hot. What is it, 226 degrees or something like that? I don't know, I'm not a scientist. And then she'll, now for me, can you hear the crunch? Not quite done yet, but it's almost done. I mean, we're talking the difference between 1 minute and 3 minutes can totally change the flavor of that broccoli coming out. So we're going to give it just another minute or so, and it's going to be done. Can you believe it? Do you believe me? You got to try it, because if you don't try it, you'll never know. Look at that green. Wow. You can hear the sizzle. Look at that. Oh, wait, you can't now, can you? Beautiful, beautiful green. The heat comes off. This is ready to go on your table, or if you're doing plate servings, it's ready to go on your plate. These pieces right here, my wife's favorite. You're going to put that in a special design on her plate so that she has all that she wants. Your broccoli's done. Look at that, beautiful, ready to go. Now look at this compared to this. Here's your raw, here's your cooked, and I guess what I should have done is cooked it like I had it when I was a kid, because it would be over here and it would be translucent. You can almost see through it. It gets cooked so much. So if you find that your broccoli doesn't have enough salt on it, guess what? Now it does. That's it. Simply simple cooking, broccoli style. We'll see you next time, and don't miss our other videos. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, why not subscribe? Visit us on Facebook, check out our website, or shoot us an email. Leave a comment down below, and above all, have a great day.